Yeah.
I cashed out. I cashed out.
Did you actually?
I'm out.
Welcome to Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh? To Better Win Green, eh?
Week 7 of the NFL is here, and we have a newly named episode for our NFL show, Intentional Lounging. Welcome in, everybody. Intentional Lounging brought to you by Better and Green. Our record last week, not hot, 8-10, but hey, not too bad. We've been hot, I think, all the other weeks this season. First losing week. We're going to get back onto this week. Still 4 in Survivor. Congratulations to those of you hanging on. And then M5 Squirrels is the new leader of the weekly pick'ems. We got a new person in the lead, so congratulations to him. Again, the weekly pick'ems and Survivor winners of those two competitions get a free T-shirt. You guys ready to talk some football?
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
The Jacksonville Jaguars head to New Orleans to face the Saints. Saints are 1-point favorite. Over-under is set at 40. Ethan, what are we thinking about NOLA?
Mid.
Couldn't agree more.
Straight mid. Yeah, this game's tough. I mean, it's gonna all depend on if Trevor Lawrence plays. The line's kind of been bouncing around. It was New Orleans -3 yesterday when it looked like Lawrence wasn't going to play. Now, like you said, I think 1.5 right now is what you said. 1. Yeah, so I think there was word that he's, I don't know, maybe going to play. I don't think it's confirmed yet that he is. So really tough to handicap this game without knowing about Lawrence, but I do kind of like New Orleans. I think the line is just super fishy. They're at home, Jacksonville. I've kind of talked about that breather spot, which is kind of a new thing I've been looking at this year. Jacksonville came off the 2 games at London, then they had the home game against Indy, which I thought was a terrible spot for Jacksonville. Loved Indy last week, obviously didn't get there. But now the Thursday night game just seems kind of like, they're probably pumped that they got the 2 wins in London, pumped that they swept Indy this year. Now they have to play an NFC team on the road, short week, banged up quarterback. Just not a great spot for Jacksonville this week, even though I do think they're by far the better team. So, yeah, this is tough. I'm going to lean New Orleans for the graphic. I'll take the under of 40 in this game. 12 straight for the Saints, so I'm not going to jump in front of that trend. But, yeah, tough game at this point. Not sure if I'll be betting it at all.
Yeah, we have our puke in our mouth game graphic, but I think we could use that for almost every single game on this slate this weekend. They are disgusting. I don't even know what I'm doing for half these games, but I tend to agree. I think the Saints is probably the play here, simply because, kind of like what Ethan said, it's ugly. I think, who knows with Lawrence? The -1 is suggesting that he's going to play, since it opened at -3 or whatever it was when he got hurt. But even without Lawrence, I don't know. With Lawrence, I think the Jags should be -2.5, -2 in this game. The fact that the Saints are -1 makes me think the Saints is the right side, with or without Lawrence. So I'm going to take the Saints for the graphic as well. Love the under. Again, we've talked about primetime unders. Ethan has brought up 12 straight for the Saints. The unders are hitting at a ridiculous rate right now in the NFL. 12-2 last week for the unders. Yeah, I'll take the under on Thursday night primetime game. Ugly game. I'll take the Saints. Don't love that, but I think the Saints is probably the right side.
We'll make it around to the under. I still think that Trevor Lawrence plays in this game. I'm not totally convinced that he's going to miss it. We just saw ETN had quite a game last week. I'm not sure, guys. I'm not sure. We were saying that if there's any team that's a Jag, just a guy, it's not the Jags, it's the Saints.
I'm sorry that I said you were a Jag, just a guy.
Obviously, I think the Jags are better than the Saints. Lawrence injury scares me, but I'm going to take the Jags. I'm going to take the Jags just because I think they're the better team, and I just don't trust the Saints at all. They are home on a short week, so that does, with such a short line, shortest of the week, I don't know. I like the Jags. I'm taking it, but I completely see where you guys are coming from. I feel like this is a coin toss game. If you're doing anything, I would probably just do money line.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Atlanta Falcons head to Tampa Bay to face the Buccaneers. Buccaneers are 2.5-point favorites. Over under is set at 37. All right. Big game. big divisional game because really anybody can still win this division. Wyatt, what do you think?
Yeah, I took the Bucks. I followed your advice preseason, and I took the Bucks. I got them at 600. I think you gave it out earlier, like 800, something ridiculous, maybe even
I
a
think so.
1,000, something crazy like that. So, yeah, Bucks are doing better than people thought, and I think they're gonna do that again on Sunday. I think they're gonna win this game. So I'll take them at the -2.5. Tampa Bay simply beats the bad teams. They lose to the good teams. They're right in the middle of the pack, but they beat the teams similar to the Falcons. They'll beat the Panthers. They'll beat, I think they beat, I don't know who else they beat, but they beat the bad teams, lose to the good teams. Atlanta's a bad team. I'll take Tampa -2.5. Again, kind of similar to that Thursday night game. I think the money line is probably just a better side. If you want Tampa, it's probably like -135, 140. So I think that's probably the move. But I'll take Tampa on the spread. Over-under sitting at a whopping 38 points. I'll go under, I guess. I mean, that's disgusting. I can't see a whole lot of offense on either team in this one.
Yeah, Wyatt mentioned you guys took Tampa to win the division. I took Atlanta, so I'm going to stick to my guns in this one. I think if Atlanta wins the division, which I still kind of think they do, they have to win this game. So I'll take Atlanta, but my favorite bet to do with this and what I've already done is take Atlanta in a teaser, get them up to +8.5. I also like the under. I took the under in this game. I'm happy to see it's at 37 because I took it this morning at 38.5. So it's coming down quick. I don't see a ton of points in this game whatsoever. So that just adds value to that teaser. More points or less points in the game, better to have more points with the underdog. So yeah, don't see much separation in this game, even if Tampa does win. Like I said, though, I kind of think Atlanta covers and wins this game outright. Kind of trying to simplify things, trying to go back to the teasers, trying to go back to the unders, something I haven't been betting much of this season that I had a lot of success with last year and years prior. So looking to get involved with those again. Luckily, this is a huge teaser week. So I will be talking about a lot of those legs. But yeah, Atlanta on a teaser, Atlanta spread for the graphic. And then 37, I mean, that's getting low, but like I said, I bet the under 38.5. I still like under 37. Just don't see a lot of points from these teams.
I'll also take the under. But, I mean, we're watching Desmond Ridder. I mean, that dude might be on borrowed time. He looks really bad. And there are starting to be some rumblings of Taylor Heineke, who's looked good when he has gotten the chance to start. I like the Bucks. I like their defense. I think Baker Mayfield and his weapons are much better than the Falcons and theirs. So I'm going to take the Buccaneers with you, Wyatt.
Love it. Go
Look
Bucks.
at us all sticking to our guns.
Hey, week 7, if we're jumping ship already, we had some pretty bad predictions.
Right. I'll take the Panthers to win that division.
Yeah. Hey, that you can get really good odds on that right now.
Dude, I think I actually saw it was like +6,500 or 1,000 maybe.
I was gonna say it doesn't seem high enough.
No.
I think that's just their odds to win this weekend.
The Detroit Lions are heading to Baltimore to face the Ravens. Ravens are 3-point favorites. Over-under set at 42.5. Guys, I will start. I'm taking the Lions. I'm taking the Lions with the +3. I think they went outright. I know that they have the running back injuries, but I think this Lions defense has been really good, and I have not been very impressed with Baltimore. I believe Baltimore coming back from London as well, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. Love the Lions this week. Ethan, what do you think?
Oh, man. I've kind of been fading Detroit. It has not worked out, but I feel like, I mean, the markets just haven't really caught up to Detroit. I think I forgot what their exact number against the spread is in their last however many games, but I mean, they're covering the spread like one of the best teams in the NFL right now. I'm going to lean Baltimore -3 though, unfortunately. Just don't know if I love the spot for Detroit. Had to go down to Tampa. I got that big win. Now I have to go to Baltimore. They have a Monday night game on deck before their bye. NFC, AFC, if they drop this one, it's not a huge deal in the tie-breaking standings. So, yeah, this was 2.5 as well. It's already moved to 3. I think David Montgomery out is going to be honestly pretty big. I kind of am going back against myself. I've said running backs don't matter for the last year, which they still don't. But Montgomery's such a better in between the tackles runner than Jahmyr Gibbs or Craig Reynolds. And I think you really need that to establish your run game against the Ravens. So I think that's actually a huge loss this week, which kind of scares me. So, yeah, I don't love it, but I lean Baltimore -3. Kind of like the over. This was 42 yesterday, 42.5 now. So a little tick up there. Think there are probably some points in this game, but I don't love anything in this one. Go Lions. Hope I'm wrong again.
Yeah, so I was pretty high on the trade at the +3. The more I'm looking at this game, I think you got to go Baltimore. So I'll take Baltimore in the -3. I can't wait for that guy to comment Detroit versus the world against two of the biggest Detroit fans out here. But again, Lions impressive right now, 5-1, best record since 2011. Tied for best record in the league. It's crazy right now to be a Lions fan, but again, they've beat the Chiefs. They beat the Chiefs without Kelsey and without Jones. Is that his name? Yeah. So, I mean, that's still really, it was at Arrowhead. It was a really good win. Going down to Tampa was not easy. Like, Tampa has a solid defense. But besides that, they beat the Packers, the Panthers, and the Falcons. So,
yes.
I mean, those are three bottom feeders of the team. Tampa Bay might end up as a bottom feeder of the league. Hopefully they don't, but not really great opponents. So I think they're going to really struggle. I would circle this game before the season even started, saying this is going to be an automatic loss to the Ravens at Baltimore. Now we're kind of getting closer to it. The line comes out, it's 3 points, 2.5 points. Yeah, I think Baltimore wins it. I am going to disagree with Ethan. I think this is the definition of an under game. Probably my favorite under of the weekend. We saw Lions versus the Bucks, 20-6. It was a kind of a stinker of a game. Bucks defense was solid, but I think the Ravens have the third best defense in the league in regards to points allowed and yards allowed per game. And Detroit's defense is great too. We've seen the Ravens offense struggle as well. I don't think Detroit's going to be able to put up a bunch of points on Baltimore. So I love this under. It's at 42.5. Hopefully that just keeps climbing, but I'm thinking like 16-9 for this game. Super low scoring. Think that Detroit lose by a touchdown, but love the under, and I'll take the Ravens, unfortunately, at -3.
All right. Well, guys, we got another divisional game. Commanders head to New York to face the Giants. Giants are 2.5-point dogs. Over-under set at 39. Ethan, what do you make of this game?
Gotta flip my notes here quick. Yeah, I mean, this game sucks. This is the classic 2020 tie series that we saw last year.
Yeah.
I think it almost happened both games last year, if I remember correctly. The other one might have been like 20-17 on a late field goal or something. Yeah, man, this is tough. I mean, I don't want to back the Giants, but I feel like this is a decent spot to do it. I really don't have much of a lean in this game whatsoever. I would lean over 39.5. Typically I'd lean under, but I think with, like Wyatt said, the under is going 12-2-1, I believe, last week. There should be a little bit of value on overs. I don't think it's going to keep being a complete under season in the NFL like it has been. So I guess slightly on the over. This game's gross, though. I mean, this could probably be the puke in the mouth game. No strong lean on the side. Maybe Giants in a teaser since the total is super low. Just think Washington looked pretty good against Atlanta last week. So they're probably a little overvalued here. So I think you're getting just a touch value with the Giants, but it's gross. I don't want to back the Giants.
Yeah, ugly game. Divisional opponents we just talked about. Again, we talked about last year. These games are very back and forth. Pretty much, is anyone's game. I'm going to have to go with the home team. I'll take the home team plus the points. Hopefully Danny Dimes doesn't play. I kind of like it better with what's his face? Tyrod Taylor. Hopefully he's starting. But yeah, I kind of like the Giants +2 kind of a lot. I think they went outright on the money line. Again, perfect game for the Giants. They're not going to figure it out this year. This year's gone. But to beat a divisional opponent, to give them a loss against the Commanders, I think that'll be a really solid thing for the team, solid thing for the division. So I think the Giants get it done at home. I'll take them happily at the +2. Over under. Yeah, this one's screaming the under, so I kind of like the over, like Ethan just said. Some of these games have to go over, and this one seems too obvious of an under, so I'll take the over as well in this game.
Don't mind the over, but call me Darrell Revis because I'm Mr. One-Man Island over here. Give me the Commanders. I just think the biggest mismatch in this game is going to be that Commanders defensive line versus the offensive line of the Giants, who've really struggled this year.
That is an understatement.
Yeah. The Buffalo Bills head to New England to face the Patriots. Patriots are 9-point home dogs. That is the biggest point differential this week. Over-under set at 41. Wyatt, this is after that Giants game that we just saw against the Bills, this line is really scary.
Yeah, I mean, I've backed the Pats too many times, man. I can't keep doing it. And I know the play is Patriots +9. I can't do it. I can't do it. So I'm gonna take the Bills, and hopefully this is a game the Bills decide to show up because I don't even know what the Bills are doing anymore. They either beat teams 38-3 or they lose to the Jets and should have lost to the Giants. Like, I don't know what they're doing. So I think this is gonna be like a 38-3, hopefully, for the Bills. So I think it's gonna be a whomping. I can't back the Pats after last week's safety. No chance. So it's too soon. I'll take the Bills -9. Don't like it, but again, I hate the Patriots right now. I did say, if you remember, the Patriots are gonna be the worst team in the league. So I stand behind that. I said that way before the season started. I did have them as the first team or the last team to lose or to win a game. That unfortunately did not hit, but they are tied for the worst team in the league. So garbage. Do the Panthers have a win?
I don't think so.
Oh, shit. Nope. Okay.
Close.
Second worst team in the league. But yeah, I'll take the Bills over under. I'll go under because I said 38-3. I'm going to stand by that. It's at 41.5, I think. So I'll go under. Oh, it's at 41. Great. I'll go under still.
Yeah, this game's tough. New England sucks. I think markets are completely out on New England. I think they probably agree with Wyatt. They're, if not worse, they're probably a bottom 3 team. But one thing I could almost promise you, I'm going to go ahead and guarantee it. Patriots are going to either cover against Buffalo this week, against Miami next week, or both. So I'm going to take New England here. Love their spot against Miami next week. I'm already debating on betting it. Part of me hopes Buffalo comes out and blows the doors off of them. We get over 2 touchdowns spread in that next game. Right now it's 12.5 against Miami next week. Oh my God. If I can get over 2 touchdowns with the Patriots in that game, I'm going to hammer it. Yeah, I mean, Buffalo's owned the series. I think they're 6-1 in their last 7 against New England. Had that playoff blowout that we've mentioned a few times on the show. Yeah, like I said, the markets are completely done on New England. I just feel, and yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say I know it, but I just feel really strongly that they will cover one of their next 2, if not both of them. So I will lean with New England +9. Not sure if I will actually be up or end up betting this or not. And then, yeah, I like the under as well. I think if the Patriots cover, it's going to be low scoring. They're not going to go toe-to-toe with Buffalo and put up points. So I think it's correlated there. So, yeah, I'll lean under, like the Patriots, love the Patriots next week. So kind of hope Buffalo just blows the doors off of them.
Last time I took the Patriots, I believe that ended up in a 38-0 home loss to the Saints. So I'm very afraid to jump in front of that. But I'm going to. I just think Bill Belichick knows the Bills so well. He's been playing against them forever. He knows Josh Allen. He knows his weaknesses. We've seen them struggle at times. They should have lost that game to the Giants. I mean, if they call that hold on, I think it was Darren Waller. If they call that hold on, they get another chance. I just haven't been impressed by them. They're the epitome of the regular season champions. And which this is a game that they should win then. But I just think that they're going to be able to keep it close enough at home. And I just think Bill's going to have something. And if not, I mean, it's Bill's last year, right? Regardless. Yeah. I mean, if they don't cover 9 at home to the Bills, sayonara.
Yeah. Yeah, also if the Giants would have not run the ball on 1st and goal from the 1 with no timeouts with 14 seconds left last week.
Yeah.
Maybe just take the points or throw. Yeah.
That's a good point.
They gave that game away. 1st and goal from the 1, end of both halves, 0 points. Lost by 5.
Yeah. Yeah. The Raiders head to Chicago to face the Bears. Bears are 3-point home dogs. Over-under sit at 37.5. Hate to say it, hate to take these guys, but I feel like the play's the Raiders. Raiders minus the 3, 37.5. I mean, Justin Fields isn't playing in this game. Raiders defense.
Yeah.
I can't see him playing. 37.5. It just kind of seems. I guess I'll take the over because I don't think either have super great offenses. Max Crosby might get a scoop and score though. So we'll see. We'll see. I just like the Raiders. Wyatt, which way do you lean?
Yeah, Raiders as well. I
Yeah.
don't trust Bears with Fields, and I definitely don't trust them with whoever the hell their
No.
backup is. So Raiders -3. Even though it's on the road, I think the Raiders figure it out. It's got to be the under in this game. Well, and where's the offense going to come from? I understand it. There could be a couple of defensive touchdowns because both Jimmy G and I could totally see the Bears just turning the ball over, but they don't really care about ball security on either team. But offenses are terrible. I just don't see where points are going to come from. I'll take the under 37.5 or whatever it's standing at right now. I'll take the under in that and the Raiders. Disgusting game.
Yeah. Puke in the mouth game of the week.
You're thinking for a vomit.
Second one?
First one. All of them. This game is disgusting. Not only Fields out, Garoppolo's banged up too. So we might have Aiden O'Connell versus that D2 quarterback for the Bears I've never heard of before in my life. Yeah, I don't have a lean on the side at all. I'll give out Chicago for the graphic because of the injured player theory. But that's so disgusting. I wouldn't put your guys' money on this side here. But I do like the under. I agree with that. If it's two backup quarterbacks, no clue where the points are going to come from. Do we know Garoppolo's status? I haven't heard anything.
Questionable.
Questionable.
I don't know. It feels like it's leaning towards no.
Yeah. I mean, this would be like a true preseason game if he doesn't play. Like
It really would.
Even if he does play. I mean, this game just sucks so bad. Give me the Bears for the graphic. Yeah, if it's O'Connell and what's his nuts D2 guy, I'll take the under probably, even though 37.5 is low. This total actually before Justin Fields' injury, and I think maybe before Garoppolo, I believe was at 48. So it's come down 10.5 points.
Holy.
Wow.
I wish I would have had the foresight to take that 48, but yeah, disgusting game. Let's talk about the next one.
Yeah, Garoppolo's not used to the one getting his back blown out. The Browns head to Indianapolis to face the Colts. Colts are 3-point home dogs. Over-under set at 40. Ethan, what do you think, dude?
I think I was a week early on the Colts. Give me the Colts big time in this game. Cleveland couldn't have looked any better last week, beating San Francisco outright. I think the value is all on Indy. If Cleveland loses that game, Indy's likely the favorite here. So, yeah, I mean, there's no real look ahead here. Cleveland is at Seattle next week. Indy is home against the Saints. I think they're both early start Sunday games, so nothing crazy with either schedule. Just think the value's on Indy in this one. Like the under as well. Cleveland doesn't put up points. Indy doesn't put up points. I think both defenses, well, clearly Cleveland's defense is top notch. I think Indy's defense is kind of sneaky decent. Like the under, like Indy, more and more as the days go by.
Same boat. I love the Colts +3 and the Colts on the money line. Actually, I think Colts win it outright. Love the under a lot. I locked in the under earlier today at 41. It's down to 40 right now. So I locked in the under already. Love the Colts. Love the Colts big for exactly what you said. Browns just beat the best team in the NFL with a backup quarterback. Colts now are without what's-his-face, Richardson, for the whole year. So it's in Minshew's hands. Everything's kind of pointing towards Cleveland. If they could beat, the best team with the backup quarterback, they should be able to beat the Colts, right? But Colts on the money line, Colts +3 and the under.
That's me swatting a pass because I'm still on my island shit. Give me Cleveland. Give me Cleveland, man. I'm just impressed with those guys, man. That defense is humming. Yeah. They're humming, man. They're bringing the brown. I love those guys.
They're making people brown their pants.
Making people brown their pants, man. Brock Purdy's first regular season loss.
He looked like dog shit.
He looked bad. And I don't see that offense is so much better. And then I know all the injuries because I was on San Fran last week. All the injuries do play a major factor in it. But I think those injuries, they're still a better offense than the Colts. I'm just not a big Colts guy.
Yeah.
All right, the Cardinals head to Seattle to face the Seahawks. Seahawks are 7.5-point favorites. Over/under set at 45. Guys, you might not know this, but Geno Smith is pretty freaking good. But I don't think they're beating the Cardinals by 7.5. This is a divisional game. I looked it up. They have beat the Cardinals by 10 points the last two games, and then I think the Cardinals might have won the one before that. Cardinals have been tough all year. This is a game. Seattle was really close with the Bengals. I just see the Cardinals coming in and being able to at least keep it close. It is supposed to rain in this game. It is supposed to rain. It's raining, I believe, until 2 o'clock, and then it starts again at 4 o'clock. So, Wyatt, I see you shaking your head. What side are you on?
Same exact thing. Cardinals plus 7.5. I thought you were going to say Geno's good. Guess who has almost identical stats to Geno Smith? One interception more.
Who?
Joshua Dobbs from the Cardinals. Almost identical stats. And they're not good quarterbacks. So I take the Cardinals at plus 7.5. I think the Cardinals have a decent shot of winning this game. Love the under of 45. No idea why it's that high. That's a stupid line. Especially with all. I mean, that kind of actually, now I'm talking about, it kind of makes me a little worried because that's so obvious under. And maybe the overs should play at that one. But I want to go to the under. I'll take the Cardinals plus 7.5. Maybe even sprinkle Cardinals money line closer to game time.
Yeah, right there with you. First of all, Ben, I did watch that Seattle game last week, all of it. I think the Seahawks were a good quarterback away from winning that game. Geno completely imploded in the final 2 drives. They should have won that game. That was bad.
Singing "I'm sorry, man."
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, I mean, I like Arizona. Just this game sucks too, man. I hate this weekend's card. Next week, however, my favorite of the year. So I cannot wait, all right, for next week's episode. But yeah, lean Arizona here, like the over 2, because I don't know why it's this high. Like we kind of already said, overs have to start hitting a little bit. Feel like this is probably one that does. Both teams can put up points. Not too impressed with either defense. So give me the over as my favorite play. Lean on the Cardinals here. Yeah. Seattle's a nice teaser spot, getting them down to just 1.5, but I'm not fully convinced Seattle wins this game. So I'd be cautious with Seattle in teasers this week and in Survivor. I think a lot of people are going to play Seattle. It's just big spread for a home team, biggest home spread, I believe, this week. Hell, I might play them too in Survivor, but I would just be a little cautious.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that their stats were that close. Wyatt, thank you for letting me know. I like the over even more now that there's 2 elite quarterbacks.
I don't mind Dobbs at all. I kind of like the guy. Just a kind of a comeback story, but
he's easy to root for.
Yeah. Definitely has more rushing yards than Geno Smith.
Yeah. The Steelers head to LA to face the Rams. Rams are 3-point favorites. Over/under set at 43.5. Ethan, how do you feel, man? This is a really weird one. Steelers coming off a bye.
Feel awful. I have no clue what to make of this game.
It's weird.
Literally, I hate this game. I hate Pittsburgh. They have no offense. They're probably the worst team to watch. I feel bad for all Steelers fans because it's just bad football. But I lean Pittsburgh, I guess. I mean, I don't know. The line's just a little bit odd. Pittsburgh off the bye, like you mentioned. Rams off the big divisional win. They have Dallas on deck in Dallas. So I mean, everyone wants to beat Dallas, whether you're in their division, whether Dallas is good or not. I think Dallas is just kind of headhunted in the NFL. Yeah, slightly on Pittsburgh. Just not crazy about this game whatsoever, though. Again, I'll go. This over-under makes no sense. Pittsburgh can't score. So, yeah. Oh my God, it's ticking up. No, I can't do it. Give me the under. I'm not taking over in a Pittsburgh game where they can't literally put up 14 points.
Kind of like this one a lot on Pittsburgh at the + 3 here.
Okay, at least we're on the side.
I think I'm going to do Pittsburgh money line, to be completely honest. And same over under makes no sense, kind of like the Cardinals Seattle, but I'm going to go the over 43.5. TJ Watt 2 touchdowns. I don't know. Like, this line is disgusting, like you just said. they're projecting this to be a pick-em on a neutral site. That just doesn't make any sense. So I'll go Pittsburgh +3. I'll go Pittsburgh on the money line, and I'm going to go the over.
Okay.
Kind of like it.
Wyatt, you played college ball. Will you show me what it looks like to throw a pass?
Oh, I don't know.
Neither
Neither does Kenny Pickett, though.
Just give me something. Just LA Rams. LA Rams.
God damn it. Is that fucking Revis?
Give me the Rams, dude. Either I'm going to have a great week or you guys are going to have a great week. There's no way around it. Dude, Puka, Cooper Kupp, they look great. I saw a TikTok that made me laugh so hard. Wyatt, I think you used this one. The guy that pulls his shirt off and he starts screaming.
Yeah,
it said,
you like that?
It said Steelers fans waiting for a defensive pick 6 to win 7-3. Let's go. Man, coming off a bye, unless they're bringing new players with them, I worry about this offense a lot. Aaron Donald, he's going to make Najee's life still miserable. He might have even worse than 3.2 yards per carry in this game. I don't know. I like the Rams. And the Rams are at home.
I think I might start Warren this week at flex. I'm so high on the Steelers.
Really?
Wow.
Warren's a freaking dog, and I think Tomlin's going to realize that he is just the better back.
He's playing better than Najee.
It is Zeke and Tony Pollard 2.0 right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Need Warren to step it up. Also, this game for me, this is literally one where come Sunday kickoff, I could have my biggest play on the Rams. I have no idea. So we'll see what happens in the coming days. But yeah, no clue.
The Packers head to Denver to face the Broncos. Broncos are 1-point home dogs. Over-under set at 45. Wyatt. Weird game.
I have no freaking idea what's going on in this game. Why can we just not have this one be played? Can they just tie?
Yeah.
I have the I don't know. I have the Packers written down. Packers -1. I hate Denver. I hate Russell, so I guess I'll go with the Packers. I just picked up Watson. Hopefully he can score a touchdown. Over under 45. Who's scoring in this? I don't know. I'll take the under. This disgusting game. But yeah, Packers for the graphic, but I'm not even going to touch this game.
Yeah. I mean, if we could just pass through most of these games, I wouldn't even mind. But Packers for the graphic. Only reason I'm saying that is because Denver is in the Kansas City Chiefs sandwich right now. Off the KC game, Kansas City on deck. Obviously, didn't do too great in their first one. So I think they want to do better next time out. All right, love Denver next week plus the points. Green Bay off the bye, so I think the spot just favors Green Bay here. I like the over actually, kind of quite of a bit. What did I just say?
Quite of a bit.
Like the over. I mean, Denver, they do move the football and put up points. Their defense is atrocious. I think the worst in the league. And then Green Bay does have weapons, should be healthier after the bye. So I do think both teams go up and down the field and score here. I actually quite like the over. But yeah, Green Bay, I guess, for the graphic.
I'll go the under, but I won't drag it out. It's Green Bay. It's Green Bay.
Oh,
Thank you, Wyatt.
You're catching this one.
I might need you again here shortly, but yeah, it's Green. It feels like it's Green Bay. I mean, Broncos seem like they're just so dead in the water. They're not playing for anything at this point. I saw an article that did come out. Someone was saying that they're playing to spite Sean Payton.
Good.
They're just playing
Screw
to be
that
like,
guy.
this guy sucks. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
The Chargers head to Kansas City to face the Chiefs. Chiefs are 5.5-point favorites. Over-under is set at 48. Ethan, what do you think?
I think there might be a woman here cheering extremely hard for the Chiefs in this game. I don't know. Wherever the NFL plants her, she'll go. So maybe
Is
it's
it the
Chiefs.
Chargers fan lady?
The Chargers, yeah. Yep, her. Yep, might be rooting for the Chiefs this week. No, that thing's weird, but 5.5. I like my dogs at 5.5. I'll take the Chargers. Ben, you mentioned it last week. You know this matchup better than anybody. Chargers always play them close. I feel like I bet the Chargers in this matchup or these matchups every single year. Usually have decent results. Chargers honestly might win this one outright. Kansas City, like I said, is off the Denver game. They have Denver on deck. Obviously, this is a stretch of divisional games for them, so there's no real look ahead. They're not looking ahead to Denver, who they just beat by 11 points, which is why I love Denver next week. But yeah, just always a tight matchup. Chargers looked really good or not really good. Both teams looked really bad on Monday night, but they hung with Dallas well. I mean, they're just like they're right on the cusp of being a really good team. They just cannot put it all together. But yeah, I think they play a familiar foe close. Think they can win this one outright. Take the over here. This game screams over to me, even though Kansas City's defense is pretty good. But Kansas City is going to be able to get their points against this Chargers defense, Chargers offense. They'll have 1 week of having Eckler back under their belt. I mean, they should be able to click. Their offense is still really good. So I actually love the over in this game. I'll take Chargers plus the points, Chargers money line.
Like the over? I already locked in the Chiefs. Chiefs are locked in, -5.5. I like it a lot. Actually, I hate it, but I can't cash out. So I'm on the Chiefs.
I love it.
Love the over. 40.5. Love the over.
I'm taking the Chargers on the money line.
Are you?
I think the Chargers outright win.
How much do you love the over?
Dude, Chiefs are allowing the second least amount of points in the league.
I was really hoping to squad ride that. That would have been a fun one. Points.
I know, man. And it's just, even at 5.5, I'm 100% taking the Chargers, but we have not been clicking offensively, but we've been able to get by because we played teams like the Jets, the Vikings, the Broncos. This is a game where we get caught. I remember last year it came down to, in the two games that we played, at an Arrowhead, it came down to I believe it was a 99-yard pick six that was thrown to Everett in the end zone. He tried to come off.
Yep.
So no, we're doing hurry up, ran it all the way back. And then the game in, I keep wanting to say San Diego, but in LA, it went to overtime.
Yep.
This is a team in the AFC West that does beat us. Broncos never beat us. Raiders, they beat us. They go around the stadium, then they get cursed for eternity after that. I think the Chargers win this one outright. I'm
looking to see if I can cash out.
Ben, I love that 100-yard pick six. I was on the Chiefs. I had that DraftKings up 7 promo in that, and was just sweating my ass off. And I was like, they're gonna lose. I mean, they're just gonna throw.
I mean, they were right
they're
there. Yeah,
I cashed out.
Did you actually?
I'm out.
Do you want to switch?
Didn't lose any money on that.
Do you want to switch
they
for the
offered-
graphic?
No, I know now that I cash out, Chiefs are going to win by 21 points. So
True.
You're
True.
right.
True.
But yeah, phew. As soon as a Chiefs fan said the Chiefs are losing on the money line, I don't want it.
Nope.
Your face did drop. But we did get Mecole Hardman back. I don't know if you guys saw that. That's big for us.
Ooh.
I actually love the
Why-
move.
That's a good
I mean,
move.
his one catch in New York was impressive.
Yeah.
That's like saying the Eagles got what's his face?
Julio.
Julio. Hey, we needed somebody fast, but Sky
That's true.
Moore's not
That's
getting the
true.
job done.
Very true.
And MVS is just out there running track, so I don't know what the hell we have MVS for. The Dolphins head to Philadelphia to face the Eagles on Sunday Night Football. Eagles are 2.5-point favorites. Over-under set at 52, the highest over-under of the weekend. Wyatt, I'm going to let you start with this one.
Can we just give a little round of applause for finally a primetime game that's decent? Last week sucked. Last week was terrible.
Wonderful.
Probably my favorite over of the weekend by far. 52. We just talked about how much value overs have and how often unders have hit. I think people are going to see this and see that it's at 52 points. The unders are hitting at an unreal rate. It's prime time. Everyone gets delusional when it comes to prime time. They're going to take this under. I'm also kind of tempted that people are going to take the over because it's Miami, and I think they go over almost every single game. So I get both sides, but love the over in this. And actually really, really, really like the Eagles in this game. Eagles just got embarrassed last week. I think they're going to come out. play the Dolphins. We all know are very beatable. We just saw what the Bills did to them a couple weeks back, 38-20. Great game for the Eagles to figure it out. So I like the Eagles a lot in this game. I like the over a lot in this game. Probably my favorite game of the weekend.
Just give me a round of what Wyatt just said. It's literally word for word everything I was going to say. Love the over. One of my favorite plays of the week. Love Philly. One of my favorite plays of the week. Love this game. The best game of the week. Everything Wyatt just said. Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'll really add is Philly is getting into that gauntlet of a schedule here that just had that loss. I think this is kind of a get right primetime spot here to make them feel better about themselves. Then they're going to go to Washington, probably lose that game outright. They're going to go to Dallas, maybe lose that game outright. Actually, I think they host Dallas, but it gets pretty bad after this one. And this one's not easy by any means, but yeah, like you said, they had their first loss, kind of got embarrassed last week by the Jets with Zach Wilson. First loss to the Jets in franchise history. Yeah, I think Philly bounces back here in a big way. And then last thing I'll say on Miami, they've beat up on Denver, Carolina, the Chargers week 1. They only won by 2. They played the Bills and got massacred. Their only real decent team they've played. I forgot who else Miami beat.
Giants.
But they weren't good. The Giants, yeah. So it's like, yeah, this team's putting up 50 points a game, but against 2. So, yeah, I think Philly's banged up. They were without Slay last week. They were without Jalen Carter. Not sure what the injuries look like this week, but you're giving me A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Julio, Raheem Mostert. Like, you're giving me these guys, Jalen Hurts, and Tua. I mean, good God. If overs were hitting at a better clip, this is probably like 56.
Yeah.
If I dive, Ethan, will that count as my punishment? I mean, I'm on a hard ass floor.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Sorry with you. Okay. If I break an arm, Wyatt, it's up to you to finish the show.
Okay.
I have my headphones on so I can hear you. I need you. I need you to tell me when you throw it. Okay. Wait. I gotta go deep.
Jalen Hurts drops back to pass.
And ball is off.
Touchdown Eagles.
Good God. What a display of athleticism.
I was gonna say, how good did that look? I didn't know when to launch, so I don't know how that looked on tape, but it didn't feel great in real life. Give me the Dolphins, dude. The Eagles, I get it, man. They got the better defense. They got a good offense. I just don't think they're clicking, man. They're not clicking. I think it's a little bit of a coaching problem. I think it's a little bit of a Jalen Hurts problem. I don't think this is a game that you fix that. I think that there's going to be heavy offensive firepower coming from the Dolphins. And you start getting behind, you have to start digging into your bag of, okay, we got to start doing this, this, and this instead of just relying on the run. So I worry about the Eagles.
But you love the over.
But I love the over, yes.
Boom.
Okay. That could be it.
All right. The 49ers head to Minnesota to face the Vikings for Monday Night Football. Vikings are 7-point home dogs. Over-under set at 44. Ethan, round us out here, man.
San Fran off the loss. Monday Night Football. Back-to-back. Or not back-to-back. They were sandwiched between primetime games. So obviously I liked Cleveland last week. Kind of half jokingly called for the outright upset. Yeah, I think San Fran bounces back here. Minnesota sucks. This is probably 8.5, 9 if San Fran makes that 41-yard field goal last week. Love San Fran in a teaser. Get them down just to win the football game. That's what I paired with my Atlanta plus 8.5 teaser. Yeah, really, really like San Fran here. Minnesota's in a divisional sandwich. They're off the game against Chicago. Green Bay on deck. They need wins in the division as badly as any team in the NFL right now. Other than Detroit, it is fairly open. Realistically, Detroit's probably winning that division. I don't see any other team doing it, but Minnesota does have a chance, I guess, if they can rack up some divisional wins. And then I love the over in this game as well. Minnesota's defense sucks. but their offense is decent enough to put up points even without Justin Jefferson. San Fran's offense can put up points. So I think the over is just a little bit too low. Again, what Wyatt said about the Sunday night game, it's prime time. People bet the unders. Unders have been killing it this year, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, give me San Fran, teaser, spread, and the over.
Yeah, it seems like we're clicking on these last two primetime games, me and Ethan. I love San Fran. Originally it was at 6.5. I had written down 7's fine. I think San Fran wins it by 10 plus. So big on San Fran coming off a loss against a team with no defense. Good for them to get back on track. Good for Purdy to get his confidence back. So take San Fran easily here. Over under, I'm going to lean the over as well. Same exact reasoning as Ethan. Unders are overjuiced in general right now. Get way overjuiced on primetime games. So I'll take the over. And love San Fran in this game.
Take the over. I'm not super confident about it, but I will also be with the 49ers. I mean, come on. And Vikings, they're the bottom of the barrel type team. 49ers just coming off their first loss. I don't even care if they're banged up. They're going to have to be so banged up that like it's entire second stringers to lose this game. So you get what you have with 7. Yeah, I agree. This is going to be a double-digit win for the Niners.
Yep.
All right, well, good thing we ended with those two, because what are going to be our squad ride?
Sunday night over.
I like it.
Beautiful.
I like it.
All right.
Sounds
Dolphins,
beautiful.
Eagles over 52. Look at
Love
that.
it.
Our squad ride is over the highest total.
Sharp.
Yeah.
Yep.
Way to go.
Prime
boys.
time. The game's gonna be fun. Should be fun.
We
I thought
deserve
Dallas
it.
LA was gonna be fun, but that game was
Yeah,
tough.
it was. Ethan, you start with your big 3.
All right, not much to pick from here. I will give out. All right, let's give out. Man, where do I want to go? I'm gonna go Indy +3. Love that play. Let's go with. Let's go that teaser I talked about. Atlanta +8.5. San Fran -1. And then let's round it out with Philly -2.
A couple of mine are just taken from the squad ride and then just the Philly there. So I'll take the under since I already placed it on the Browns Colts. Take the under in that game. I will
You
take
can still rock with Philly.
It's all right. It's all right. I'll take Pittsburgh +3, and I'll take the Niners on whatever the spread is currently right now. 7.
I am also on 49ers -7. Wyatt, I'm on Chargers +5.5. That's how confident I am.
It's all right.
Chargers are
I
gonna cover.
cashed out.
I know, but I think it's smart. I'm glad you did. And then I'm gonna take the Ravens Lions under the 42.5.
Love it.
All right. Hey, if you're not over at bettergreen.com, you're not getting the full Better Green experience. So make sure you guys head over to bettergreen.com. That's better, BETTOR green.com. We got merch over there, articles, fantasy football stuff, any sport that you could think of. If you're a sports fan that needs to be bookmarked on your computer, thank you to SeatGeek. Use code BetterGreen for $20 off your purchase. And Ethan, holidays are coming around the corner quick, man. I'm looking at maybe I need to get a new friend, a new dog. Can you help me out with that?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I can. Go to BainbridgeLabradoodles.com. They have Australian Labradoodles for sale. These are perfect, just perfect pet dogs. They're hypoallergenic, non-shedding, just very friendly, very average size dog. It's not your standard big Labradoodle. They're about 15 to 35 pounds. So kind of just that nice inside family pet. Like you said, holidays right around the corner. No better time to start shopping for a dog. So BainbridgeLabradoodles.com. Tell us we sent you, and you can save 10% on a puppy today.
Lovely. I need a dog. So, I'm going to be in Grand Rapids too. Maybe I'll get myself a dog.
Hey,
It's
I'll
my
give
friend.
you I got a good barking dog for you. Michigan State Spartans this weekend.
That's a dying dog. That's a dog that's going to get put to the pound.
Ethan, if I'm
All
correct,
right.
I believe that Instagram has some pictures of these dogs right now, right?
They
Just
do,
had
yeah.
a new litter.
Yep. Instagram. I should know this. I believe it's Bainbridge, just Bainbridge Labradoodles
I think
on
so.
Instagram. Search it, you'll find it. And yeah, the website as well has pictures. So
If Michigan State as a dog beats Michigan this weekend, I'll buy every single dog in that litter and name them after former Michigan State coaches and players.
beautiful.
And
We have a
Wyatt's,
deal.
he's going to get 10% off every one of those puppies.
That's straight up money line. That's not spread.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
10%
do love
off. If all together, that's if you get 10, that's a free dog.
Yeah, it is.
That's how fractions work.
Gambling advice and a math lesson.
Wow. Hey, give it up for him.
All right, boys. We ready for Only Hands?
He needs some milk.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, we have the new show name, Intentional Lounging, which I was gonna mention. It looks like we intentionally lounged a little bit too much last week, going 8 and 10.
Yeah.
We're back this week. Love our big three that we just gave out for everybody. So let's have a good week there. But yeah, it was Ethan's bench clears. It's now Ethan's Only Hands. And today we are going to discuss worse endings. And Ben, you told me the order not even 40 minutes ago, and I have forgotten it, but I believe it was Wyatt, you, me.
I believe so.
All right, perfect.
All right, these are best endings as in movies, shows, sporting events.
Worst endings.
Worst endings, yes.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to go with one that's off a little different branch here. And this is the 2020 presidential election. So I actually had a bet on this as well. I was very upset that my bet didn't win. Also think that bet should have been voided, but let's not get into it. Terrible ending. Let's just say my side didn't win. I'm still a little bitter about it, but primarily because my bet lost.
That's a good
I was
one.
right there with you, my friend. I went to sleep. It was like, boom, money in the bank. Woke up. I was like, what?
Yeah.
No.
Goddamn Georgia.
Thank you to the Canadian books.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a great pick.
I'm going to go the end of cereal. You're eating a bowl of cereal, you get to the bottom, and then everything's soggy. It's not as good. Everything you're eating, usually that last bite's like the best bite. The bottom of a cone, the sandwich, you're kind of eating around, and you get that nice meaty last bite. It's the worst with cereal.
You seem like the guy that slurps the bowl when you're done.
Oh, God. No, I actually don't drink the milk.
Guilty as
that's
Believe it or
charged.
not.
That's disgusting. That's like one of my pet peeves.
I know it's like really weird, but I'm like, the milk's dirty now. Like, I'm not going to drink
same.
it.
Same.
Really?
I've been eating it
Okay.
all. I'm just like, I'm not drinking that. I have that my
No.
spoon in that's been in my mouth. No way I'm drinking that.
I will pour
that
a
doesn't make
glass
any
before I
sense,
drink
but-
it.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I literally just had this conversation with my mom yesterday, and she was like, same way. She's like, and to take it a step further, if I have 2 bowls of cereal, she dumps the milk
Okay,
from the
don't do
first
that.
bowl.
I don't
and
do that. I
adds
just
breath.
reload. I reload. I can't
Oh,
drink. Like,
man.
there's floaties and
Yes!
crap in it.
I
when you're-
love it.
I would
love it.
puke if
Oh.
I did that. I would honestly, like, I have the weakest stomach. I would puke.
Well, now we
Not
know
as weak
a
as Ben's
punishment.
though. Check that episode a couple weeks back. But
I think Ben would give you a run for weakest stomach, but
yeah,
Yeah.
I puke.
Yeah,
Every time.
my
Yeah,
turn.
I almost puke every time I drink. Like it's bad. I have a weak stomach. So
yeah. Well, those are 2 great picks. Ben, I don't agree with yours, but you thought outside of the box, literally. So I do good picks, but I'll go with a sports one just because we are a sports show. I'm gonna go with the Super Bowl. I should have gotten the number. I don't have it on me, but Seattle and New England
Yeah.
when Malcolm Butler not pick 6, but interception at the goal line. I think America as a whole, I was a big Seahawks guy at this time. I loved Russell Wilson. I think Legion of Boom, everyone was kind of rooting
Oh,
for.
yeah.
No one wanted Brady to get another ring, unless you're a Patriots fan. Yeah, and I mean, you gotta insert the Richard Sherman face, just completely disgusted with that play. A lot has come out about that team now and kind of that play in general, but yeah, just a really gross way for that Super Bowl to end. Horrible play call. Like I said, I was kind of on the Steelers or the Seahawks train at the time, but I'm glad I wasn't like truly a Seahawks fan. I would have been gutted.
Yeah.
Oh God, if that were Detroit, oh my God, brutal.
Yeah, that was a good ending for me because I was a Pat fan. Obviously, my boy, best quarterback ever. What college did he go to? Michigan, of course. So that was a good ending for me. Never a doubt.
Never a doubt.
Why it's all about his happy endings.
Love a good happy ending.
And then I'm gonna go to a movie which I don't believe it's super popular, so there's a great chance you guys haven't seen it. It's called Knowing. Do you guys know what I'm
with
talking about?
Nicolas
Wahlberg?
Cage.
Oh, Nick Cage. Okay.
You've seen it, Ben?
I've seen
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
You both seen it?
I like
Yeah,
Nick
I mean,
Cage.
oh, I love Nick Cage. And I thought the movie was fantastic. For those that don't know, it's basically like numbers keep like popping up places, and they basically figure out that these numbers are dates of tragic events happening, and they're able to go back and kind of figure out how to stop these events and blah blah blah. Just like really solid movie in my opinion. And then it's just this huge build up to the end. You're just trying to figure out, what's happening in the end. I mean, I don't want to give away the ending, but I guess I have to.
Yep.
It ends up just being aliens. It's just like a complete cop out. You literally figure it out, and then it's like end scene, movie's over. Just really felt like they spent a ton of time putting effort into this movie, and then they're like, "Shit, we said we were getting this out in a week, and we haven't even come up with our ending yet." Like, screw it, aliens, throw it in there. Let's get it out to the public. So yeah, a really disappointing ending to what I thought had potential to be like a really, really, really good movie. It still was a good movie, but tough ending.
I agree, man. I agree. I got a lot on here, so I hope we can go for. I have the movie Would You Rather. Have you guys seen that one?
Scary movie?
Yeah, I think it's considered like a thriller.
Dude, I just watched that like 2 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why? I don't want to ruin it for you.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But the entire movie, it's basically like a big game of Would You Rather, but they actually have to do the stuff. So, like, I think Sasha Grey's in it. She gets her head, like, she basically gets drowned. I think there's like a whole bunch of crazy stuff. In the end, basically, the girl that she's doing it all to win money for, like, her brother with cancer, right, Ethan?
Yep.
And so the entire movie, like, let's say if it's 60 minutes, 59 minutes of it is just this and her going through all this torture to get the money. She gets home, brother committed suicide, killed himself. So it was all for nothing.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad ending.
It's heart-wrenching.
I didn't know it was a comedy.
Oh my God. Yeah, that cast is like all over the place.
Oh, dude, it's
They have
wild.
they have Ricky from Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah.
Just kills me, man. In a serious movie, and his Canadian accent still comes out, and I just die. Then they have the dad from Home Alone. Just like,
Oh,
It really is like that. And then like Brittany Snow seemed like a pretty big actor for that type of movie.
right.
It's all over the place.
It is.
okay. I'll go with one of the more popular shows, Game of Thrones.
Yep.
You guys watch that one? First of all, the last season was garbage, and the last season finale of the series season finale was trash. So I don't want to spoil anything, but terrible. Like, there was such high hopes, and it was just a terrible ending to my favorite show of all time. So Game of Thrones. Yeah, it was lazy. It was lazy. And they got so much money. They could have easily made a couple more seasons or drawn it out a little bit more, and they were done. So Game of Thrones. And then are we going 3 or 4?
We'll do 4.
Okay.
Perfect.
I'll do one, and it is, I believe, the 6 or 7 year anniversary of this. Actually, today, I'm not mistaken. I think I saw it on Twitter. And that is Michigan State. I don't even want to talk about it. I put myself in a working drying machine when this game ended. I put myself in a drying machine and turned it on. Terrible. I'll never forget that day. I can't believe I'm still alive after that game. Terrible.
I unfortunately will never remember that day.
I am all over the place on mine, so I'm glad I get a little bit of all of it in. How about the ending of the Bible? Is there any other book that says that everybody's going to die? A prophecy about here? All these like creatures and demons and all this type of stuff. Revelations, man. That's one of a kind.
I got so bored in church that I just read the book of Revelations every time during the sermons because
that's where shit gets real.
It's a science fiction.
It seems like
seven-headed dragon. Yeah, it's nuts. Great book.
Great book.
It definitely makes you it freaks you out a little bit.
It does.
Yeah. I think those are all metaphors, right? They have to be.
Some of them gotta be.
Yeah, but who knows?
All righty. I'm gonna struggle thinking of a fourth one. I needed to not take that nap and look deeper, but for my third, I will go. And this could be multiple different athletes. I'm gonna go Tom Brady's career. And this could have been like Michael Jordan. This could have been Jerry Rice. Just a number of these players that don't know when to call it quits. But Tom Brady was the most recent, so I will go with him here. Obviously, won the Super Bowl, had some great years in Tampa, and then retired. Came out of retirement for one last hurrah. Lost me a shit ton of money. Couldn't cover spreads. Couldn't win games. Limped to a divisional win just to get massacred in the playoffs by the Cowboys, who I believe was a team he had never lost to. I want to say. So, yeah, just tough ender to a great career for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Just not realizing Tom Brady made my list twice here, kind of. But
yeah, he did.
Yeah, wish he would have called it just a year earlier, and well, you're on top.
Yeah, I sent you my list if you wanted to steal something on it, Ethan.
Yeah, actually, I do have another one. And I'm gonna give out the TV show Lost.
Yeah.
And I can't even say this for myself because I never made it to the end of Lost. However, I just know everyone hated the ending. Just a great show that lasted, God, I don't know how long. Like what felt like 10 years probably. Just kept going. Kind of same with Knowing. It just felt like they got too wrapped up in the show, didn't know when to quit, and then they're like, man, we've like got ourselves in a pickle. Like, how do we explain all this? And then they just I think at the end just kind of said it was all a dream type deal. Or like they all died in the initial plane crash, and it was all like, yeah. I can't fully remember, but yeah, bad ending. Should have wrapped it up way earlier.
Totally agree. I'm gonna go the end of the weekend. End of the weekend, end of a vacation,
beautiful.
Man.
Beautiful.
I mean, you start getting that feeling, you know, like Saturday evening when that night game's about to start, like, dang, like it's over now. Like I gotta go back on Monday. End of vacation, it's so hard coming back.
Bro,
that should
have been the first overall.
Yeah, that's a great one. I can't believe we let that go to the fourth round.
Oh man, that. Yeah, I get it every week. Every week I feel like that.
Yeah.
That's the pick of the draft. My last one is more funny. Have you guys ever seen the movie I Am Legend?
Oh yeah.
Will Smith with a zombie movie. So you know how it ends. He takes a grenade and sacrifices himself in the basement, and the mother or the girl and the little child get away. So we were watching this on TV, like late, like, I don't know, we were like 6th grade at like a buddy's house, sleeping at his place. And I guess we were on the alternative ending. We didn't know this. So we're watching this, and like Will Smith comes out, shakes hands with the zombies. Everyone goes their separate ways. They live separately, zombies and humans.
I'm sorry.
It's the alternative ending of I Am Legend. They make up. He literally shakes the main zombie's hand.
What?
And we thought we were high. We were like, what the hell is going on? This is not how it ends. But yeah, check out the alternative ending of I Am Legend if you don't believe me, because it is the worst ending I've ever seen in my life.
Well,
Wow.
everybody just clicked off this YouTube video to go YouTube that.
Yeah,
It's miserable.
that's bad.
Hey, speaking of YouTube videos, we are going to make another video after this for one of the entries that were too spicy for YouTube. So if you guys want to watch it, make sure you guys subscribe over at bettergreen.com. We're going to post it in the article section. It'll be an unlisted video, but we will have it in there. So if you pay $1 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you want to do, you get access to all of our articles, and you guys get that video. Make sure you guys head over there. Ethan, you got a question for the people before we leave?
All right, yeah, I want to know. We have no more undefeated teams in the NFL after Philly and San Fran lost. Give me your Super Bowl prediction. I want to know AFC, NFC, which teams make it, and I want to know who wins.
Beautiful. Lions.
Lions.
Lions versus the Jets.
Yep.
I guess that's when Aaron Rodgers comes back for the playoffs.
No, they're getting Tom Brady. We talked about him enough. He's going to come back. He listened to this. He got nostalgic.
That's true.
Tim Brody on the practice squad.
Tim Brody. Hey, if you would be like Jason Kelsey and have some ventures after retirement, you can try investing in Better and Green, maybe. Do what you could do in the podcast world, Tim.
That's true.
True.
Tim.
All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of, I almost said Better and Green, this episode of Intentional Lounging, brought to you by Better and Green. You got your 3 favorite guys right here. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
You better start listening to the Better and Green podcast. You will not regret it. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And hey, I'm Dean Blandino.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? To Better and Green, eh? Listen in and cash out. That's what it's all about. Come on, let's make cash now. We always on spot and we cover all spot from the bottom to the top. Hey, shout out to Ethan, shout out to Wyatt, shout out to Ben. Welcome, welcome to our podcast. Better and Green.